If you come across an item in the library's catalog that the UJ Libraries does not own, you can request it through an interlibrary loan or ILL. ILL is a service the library provides free of charge to UJ students, faculty, and staff. This brief video will walk you through the process of requesting an item from the catalog through interlibrary loan. When you're searching the catalog for a book that the UJ Libraries doesn't have, you'll see this request from another library button with a gray dot next to it. In this section of the catalog record too, you will be able to open up requests, which will prompt you to log in. It'll also note that there might be options available in the other Odin Libraries section. So if we open that up, we will see other college and universities within our statewide network, such as Bismarck State College, that own a copy of this book. However, if we do want to request this book, what we're going to do though is we're going to click on sign in. We're going to then click on that UJ students, faculty, and staff option. You'll then log in with our familiar UJ sign in. And once it does, we'll be prompted to instead request it through interlibrary loan with this orange button. So click on that. And what it's going to do then is it's going to redirect us and show us a form that will ideally be filled out with as much information as possible. What you're going to want to do is you're going to double check and make sure everything matches with the book you're requesting. In addition, make sure that your delivery is to the Raugus Library in Jamestown. That should be selected by default, but always double check. After that, you're going to choose what date you no longer need this book by. So ideally, you would put this out a couple weeks because it does take time for us to get these items. But if you need to, this also lets us know when you no longer need it by. So if your project is due on the 9th of September, you could select the 10th of September as that furthest date out. Ideally, again, we will get this to you as soon as we can, but it will probably take a couple of business days for us to be able to process that request. Once you have this all filled out, you are going to hit this orange send request button. After you do that, you will see here that your request was successfully placed. In addition, you could then view your request there. Instead, this time though, we are just going to click close. So we just requested a book, but let's take a look at how we request an article. The process is exactly the same, except that some of the fields in the form will be a little different. So we're going to open up this request, and we're going to click sign in. We'll hit that UJ students and faculty option again. Since we had just signed in for our book, it won't prompt us to sign in again, so we can simply hit this orange request button. It'll again fill out, and you can see up here that it's switched from book to article. Double check again that that information matches. Make sure again we're selecting Raugus Library, and choose that not needed after date again. We'll do the 9th of September once more. We will then hit request form. And again, it notifies us with that green check mark that our request was successfully placed. Once that request goes through, you will get an email when the article is available. Again, it will typically take a day or two, but with articles, we will sometimes get them back the same day, and then the PDF will be sent to you. Thank you for watching this brief tutorial on submitting an ILL request for a book or an article from within the catalog. If you have questions, don't hesitate to email reference at uj.edu or stop by the library.